order. I think it would be a good idea. We have a couple of new faces here. If we start off by introducing ourselves, you want to start, Aaron?
Aaron Lyons, City Delphi, Street Superintendent.
Mike Fincher, Carroll County Emergency Management and 911 Director.
Sherry Johnson, Carroll County Council.
Steve Mullen, Delphi Police Department Chief of Police.
Anita Whirling, Carroll County Economic Development Corporation.
Aria Steiger, Union County APC.
Aaron Chabril, Delphi City Council.
I'm Kimber Nagan, City of Delphi Mayor. So we will start with the approval of the previous business. So everybody had a chance to review those.
Make a motion to approve them as written.
All right, I have a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion, any additions, subtractions, changes to the previous minutes submitted? All right, hearing none, all in favor of approving the previous meeting minutes, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so since Tim is not here, are you going to turn over the other business traffic counts to you then?
Yes, please.
Okay, very good.
And I think I have an attachment for this. So, some basic information for traffic counts again. We do these on a 3-year cycle with the same yearly stations every 3 years. Recently, we've been focusing especially on truck counts and the area near the school on Armory Road. So we're still partway through our count season this year. We have 15-ish more stations to count. We'll be done. But I did want to show you the Armory Road counts before the end of the season so you could see. So I put together a list of all the counts we've taken there since 2014. You can see the changes over the years. Hopefully y'all can see that and it's big enough. Get a little bigger. So I think the hawk signals have gone in. And these numbers are the station numbers, not address numbers, just to be clear. So we have the 2025 counts at the top for each of them. You can see the passenger and truck percentage. This year the truck percentage is much higher here on Army Road for some reason. The speed, 85th percentile of speed is something we look at for a good sense of how fast people are going rather than like a median of speed. And you can see that since 2023, we've had about the same or slight increases in speed, especially at this, I think that's the western station.
Can I ask a question about that? So with Armory being school zone part of the day, do you know if those counts were separated from any of the school zone times compared to regular traffic?
I can look at that. I did not.
Because it goes from the regular speed to 20.
Yeah.
Or from 8 to...
It's 25 actually on Armory Road, I guess it's 20, yeah.
Is it 20 during the school hours?
During school hours.
And then it goes
It's
to 25.
on 421.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see that data of,
Time
and
frame.
there's a reason behind that. I won't go into it, but just to see what the data would be during that time frame. But maybe we can earmark that for next year.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, at the end of the count season here, I'll put together some hourly data for those stations as well. So I think other than that, I don't really have too much to say about the count program other than it's going well. This year we have made some changes to our station locations as we always do. But I'd also made some kind of overall changes to remove some like duplicate stations or overlapping stations. So I think we have a more efficient counting program now for the future as well. We've purchased some new counters. We got 2 this fiscal year. I think next fiscal year, looking at getting some additional counters. Our current ones are aging and their service life has ended, yes. So we'll need some new ones. I think that's it for traffic counts. Does anyone have any questions, comments?
Very good. Did I understand at one point that we could borrow a traffic counter,
Certainly, yeah.
yeah, if we wanted to, take measurements at a particular location.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have a camera that can be set up for intersections or mid-block, and our typical counters are best for mid-block. We
Are
have,
those the cameras that are on the stands?
yes. So, yeah, excellent point, thank you. That's it for traffic counts. I can move on to grant agreement if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. So unfortunately, Tim is not here for this item, but I believe he's maybe been in contact with you about carrying out the details for our grant agreement. I don't have those details, so I will just say that I think we're working on it.
Yeah, so the grant is processed through the Carroll County Auditor's Office. Emailed Beth Myers, County Auditor, and she explained to Tim kind of the process of how the payments go out. So I don't know if she's back yet. So she's been off. So if that hasn't been finalized for this year, that's probably why, because she's been out of the office, but it's certainly the same structure every single year of how we do it. So I don't know when she'll be back, but if there's an issue with that, we need to go over and talk to I can't remember the person that's kind of filling in for on how we can get it expedited, but it's not to a point where we're just trying to get it finalized, right?
That's my understanding. I don't think
Okay.
there's anything urgent
No.
that I know about, so.
Okay, yeah, as far as I know, the email chain that we've had is basically just shows the structure of how it's given to Tiffany County, Carroll County, how it's split amongst the groups, so I think we're in good shape there.
Okay. I don't have anything else on grant agreement. Shall we do the 18-month letting list? This might be a quick meeting.
We're fine with
All right. No complaints for quick meetings. So unfortunately, again, we don't have any NDOT participants today, but we do have the letting list. Oh goodness, he turned off. So we'll go over the letting list first. One item is no longer listed on the letting list. This HMA overlay on 421. We still have it shown here, even though NDOT doesn't have it now in their system. So it could have moved more than 18 months out. They could have canceled it. I don't know what the situation is for that. We do have two new projects on 421, small structure and drain construction. Middle fork of Wildcat Creek, near the county line it looks like, and a bridge deck overlay over Deer Creek.
So, does the Middle Fork Wildcat Creek, wasn't that on last year's too? Or within the 3 years that we've had 39, 421 closed?
The one they're doing right now?
Yeah, wasn't that? So I'm curious to how it got to this year, unless they're redoing it or?
There was some work, and I can't remember the specifics, so much going on that bridge right now.
Okay. I know it's been on our letting list for the last couple of years, and I
Right.
thought they completed it last year, so I'm just curious. if there's
Well,
any
that was
issues.
south. Last
South
year was
Fork.
south.
Okay.
Of Wildcat.
Okay.
So they might work back, but
Okay.
I didn't think Middle Fork was supposed to happen for another, that's what, 2 years. That's why I was shocked. We shut it down, because we got 29 shut down right now from 218 to county line.
Is NDOT getting with you on I had a meeting with them last year about please get these to us a little bit sooner so we can get them to you and to schools and dispatch and.
Yeah, we're, besides the small closures that are going on, like I just found out about the one going next week on 18th, north of 421 North Junction. It's only 2 days.
Okay.
It's those long ones, like 29.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all summer.
These aren't letting until 2026 there, so
Right.
halfway through 2026. It'll be a while.
So even like the old 25 bridge, that was supposed to be let earlier this year, but it's been bumped back to December being let. So we're probably looking to at least.
Yeah, maybe.
They had the wrong 1 is, yes. You're
Really?
cleaning this up.
But money,
Looks like we just have the
right,
wrong
because the
road
26.
number.
It could be a combined
Because that's-
project or something. I don't know how they bundled or.
Deer Creek, 0.017 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why that has to be for 22. It's a wrong number. but
Oh,
that's-
sure. Should, it could be funded next
Could be
year.
an error on our letting list as
And I
well.
have an update on that once we get past.
But it says SP
Right.
22.
I even thought Washington, because I
I'm
thought
just looking
our
at
biggest was to
road
make sure that
and
Washington.
it says SR 25.
Oh, yeah,
Those
SP.
same
It says
It says SP.
It can't, if you notice, though, the Washington, Aaron and I don't see it, the Washington Street Bridge is gone.
That one is bumped out to 2032.
Oh my
32?
goodness.
Correct.
Well, that's in worse shape than Old
Yep. The word, because it disappeared last year. We were scrambling for how we're gonna have 2 bridges closed at
Right.
once.
Well, as we just asked if we didn't have.
Yeah, they bumped it back to 2032.
Okay.
There you go.
Problem solved in one way.
I'll be retired by maybe.
Okay.
Any questions on the, for area on the lighting list?
No.
Which is obviously like
I can't really answer anyway,
like
so.
a weather forecast, it's subject to change at any given time.
Within the next 32 minutes.
But we won't have an update.
Not until after this.
Not on the agenda, but along with the letting list, y'all have probably seen various House bills adjusting funding for community crossings, among other things. So the future is uncertain, I guess, for
Lots of stuff.
who's getting what and how much funding.
But for CCMG, that's still kind of the only area that we've had some good news. The good news for us, smaller cities, is it'll go from 75 to 25 to the match.
Okay.
Close.
I haven't looked into it too much. Yeah.
I was with the governor last Thursday, Friday, and had a good conversation with him. He has no intentions of cutting anything road funding or CCMG or anything. So that's good. You want me to touch base on this real quick?
Feel free, please.
Yeah, so this is part of, not on this list, but for the Old State Road 25 bridge that we've been talking about for a few years. We've met with Hanson late last year, Aaron, I believe it was, October of last year. I kind of reached out to them to ask for an update, and they said the project remains on schedule. It begins spring of 2026 with the letting date of December 10th, 2025. Construction would likely commence in February or March of 2026. That would be, they will start sending out the virtual TMP local coordination meeting. So your eyes posted for that email. And then the final contract documents are scheduled to be submitted for letting preparations in late July of this year. So a couple months. And I did email them after the second storm that we got because there was a lot of trees that were down in the area within their zone. And that might be an extra week or two of cleanup to get those cleared out, but I haven't seen anybody there yet. Anyway, just kind of an update on where we are with that bridge. So, Jerry, some of these are probably, the words are probably, and acronyms are all over the place and confused. So, letting list and all this stuff, and then letting basically means at that point, the construction project, they're gonna start letting the contractors bid on projects. So there's so many different acronyms as you probably learned since you started.
Oh, yeah, I'm learning.
I apologize for not explaining the different things involved for the transportation, but did you get this? Okay, if you have any questions with the language and all that for the next meeting, I'll be happy to sit down with you for an hour. Or an hour won't cover them all, but there's a lot of. That's all I have for the April 25.
That's, there's been letting results there on the screen in case you wanted to see that. We had State Road 29, some reclamation and small structure maintenance repair. Looks like the low bid was far under the engineer's estimate of 16 million, a bid of 10 million. Have 3 bids, surprisingly under, so I don't know if the scope is, I don't know.
Yeah. We won't say.
We go for it.
Yeah.
That's all I have for good luck. That's everything for the letting list.
Redoing part of it.
All right, do we have any citizen comments?
Room, I believe not. So it's like, I can look online. Let's see, on YouTube, I don't see any. At least we're consistent,
We,
so,
and we did get caught up in our minutes
yes, those are all approved.
2 years.
Yeah.
We're making
Finally
progress.
got
Right. Always best to go forward.
Yes. I don't think- I don't see anything on Facebook either. So no public comments.
Okay, any comments from the board, concerns? No? All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second, in favor of adjourning the Carroll County Administrative and Technical Transportation Committee, signify by saying aye.
What?
Very good, we are adjourned at 2:20.
awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank